Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. It's... oh, hang on. Turn him down. No bed. So, we're here for the World Endurance Series, the GT3 World Endurance Series on a Tuesday evening live streaming to y'all. Hola, because we are in Catalunya GP. Barcelona, hang on a minute. Alright, yeah, I'll see you later, Messi. Thanks for everything. Cheerio. Yes, we're here at Barcelona for the Catalunya GP for the GT3 World Endurance Series. What is the World Endurance Series, I hear you ask? Well, this is an endurance series that will consist of 7 seasons using a different Group 3 car for each season, with each season containing 6 rounds. There is added jeopardy in the form of full damage, along with the added difficulty of drivers qualifying and starting each race on the racing hard tyre compound. Strategy will be key, as each driver must use all 4 tyre compounds per race. The racing will be fast and frantic and furious. Over any of refs I can think of? Flipping great. Great starts with a G, doesn't it? With finishing positions unknown until the final part of the race. In GT3 WES, that's what we call it in the hood. WES. Anything can happen, and it probably will. This first series is Korean's best, and we will be using the Hyundai Genesis Group 3 car. We've already done 2 rounds. It's been spectacular. We were at Autopolis for the first week, at Brands last week, and this week we're at Catalunya. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, 'cause I'm all alone and the night is so long. Flashman's in the chat saying, evening all, please stop singing. And Racer Brown says, hello everyone, and the one and only Thingamajig. It's me, don't wear it out. So, there's not much to tell you. I've just told you all in the very first stint there. And I'm burnt out now, I'm knackered. I've got to take a rest, hang on. So, yeah. We've had fun. We've had a cracking 2 rounds. Mr. Brown has dominated, being the winner of round 1 and round 2. And let me get to the table and I will tell you the shindig, shing-a-ling-a-ling, lang-lang of the table. Here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. Stand by. In first place is Racer Brown on 43 points. In second place is LNRKOVDB with 34 points. In third is Guesty on 30 points. Supermanny is 4th on 29 points. In 5th is Homesick Alien on 24 points. 6th would be Noxy on 18 points, with 7th VRC Jim 66 on 16 points. In 8th is the Matt Psycho on 14 points, with 9th place going to GT Racer on 13 points. High Bunting is holding 10th place with 10 points. Ironic, yeah, 10th, and he's got 10 points. That's really clever. 11th is Triv. How do you do that, High Bunting? That's clever. 11th is Triv GG on 7 points. Pat is 12th on 5 points, and that's your lot for the table. We've got a new guy, I think, this week, if he's turned up. We were looking forward to it, but he may not have turned up, so I won't get you all excited about it. There is another roller in the chat. Good evening and good luck to all the racers. That's the man who's meant to be here. As we look through the field, we've got 5 minutes until... do they qualify in this? I believe they do qualify. Yes, they qualify on hard tyres. How could I forget? They've got 4 minutes, sorry, until that all kicks off. Pat's out there in his Castrol Hyundai. Is he still? And he's got his Aston Martin helmet on. A little bit of conflicting interests there, I see, between Hyundai and Aston Martin, unless there's something going on between the 2 marquees that we don't know about. Kale is out there looking glorious in his Pace liveried Hyundai. And then we've got Big Jimbo in third in his Samsung Sky comboed liveried Hyundai. Bunting out there in the Patronus livery, looking cracking. And then Triv GG, one of my favourite liveries out there. I got a little excited last week about that livery, and you know, it's a good one. I wish I could do good liveries like that. Then we have GT Racer in the Red Bull Hyundai out there, looking absolutely crack-a-lacking. Then we have Rizzler the Roller in his lovely pace get-up there, yellow and green. It's looking spliffing, mate, spliffing. Then in 7th, we've got Superman. Well, they're not in the positions, they're just out there practicing. Superman is out there. The number 7 car, did I see? Yes. 7 used to be my lucky number. Guesty out there is looking... Oh, and he's changed the track on the side. I'm going to catch him out 1 week. 1 week, he's not going to remember to change that track on the side of his car. And I'm going to go, ah, Guesty, you've dropped the ball, my son. But at the moment he is on it like a car bonnet. Pat in the chat saying just trying a different combination, see if it helps me any better in this car. It is intentional this time. I was expecting the Hamilton helmet, but yes, okay, the Aston Martin helmet he's going to go for. Beautiful stuff. It's similar greens, I suppose. And we are now just 2 minutes away. God, all that talking and we've only killed 2 minutes. What more can I say? So, yeah, they're out there. The fastest man is Pat. How's that? Oh, because he's practicing on the super softs, while everyone else, I believe, is having a go on the hards. There is Kel. He's having a break at the side. Quick fag before he cracks on. And then Bunting. His best time so far, a 47.7 on those racing hard tyres. Trivs managed a 47.9 in practice. A Racer Brown is asking if we're ready, Eddie. Are you Eddie ready, steady? Steady, Eddie, ready. Homesick Alien says evening all and good Luke. So, hang on, let me be involved. I'm going to give it a big, massive R. Pat needs a second or two. Got no time for that, Pat. Scratch that, not later. We got a race. We are still banging down the Elvis juice, Brewdog Elvis juice. They don't sponsor me. I am going to email them soon though and say, give me a free can. I must mention you all the time on my stream. My stream? On the Virtual Racers Club stream? It's not my stream. That's why I get away with saying so much poo stuff. Homesick Alien making his way around. Oh, Pat saying he had to change tyres. Okay, sorry. And Trivs GG is saying good luck, guys. So everyone communicating. It's good to talk. So Bunting, that's not what they say at the end of the stream about me. It's like, it's enough now. Shut up. So Bunting, I've got a feeling this one's Bunting's, you know. There's where the good money's on. I'm putting my cash on Bunting for today. Don't drive off the track. I've just put some money on you, you gala. And here we are then. How long? 10 minutes. 10 minutes of qualifying. Didn't even have to open Discord to find that out. I just used deduction and my brain, and I worked it out. So they all stream out onto the Catalunya GP track. To get around their outlap. See if we can have some snazzy shots as they're driving around with no fancy bits on. There is Homesick Alien. I'm starting to get the liveries down. Let me see if I can. Right, that's I've forgotten already. Kale, I believe. That's Kale's livery. Don't need no help with that one. Striking stuff. Ah, he's in the pits. They're out the pits. Right then, what's this one? Just coming around here. It's purple, so either Guesty or Noxie. If it's FedEx, it's Noxie. If it's got a track on the side, it's Guesty. That's Guesty's. That, I believe, is a Superman-y. Boom shaka, yeah. Sky Coffee. I've got a coffee, thank you. For coffee. That again is Kale. I keep coming back to Kale. I must be attracted to that one. There is Pat. He's having a look at the exterior of the track, just checking out a few escape roads situations, seeing what is the best way to get around a corner, and that is not the one. There we see Big Jim out there looking glorious in his Hyundai. That Pat again. That one's GT Racer. See, I'm getting this down, brah. That one is FedEx, so it's Noxie. Crack on, Noxie. That's Trivs, I can tell by the luminous patches. Mama Homesick is in the chat saying, hey, evening thingy, how are you this evening? I'm glorious, thank you. And Mama Homesick also says, good luck to Homesick. So, let's get all the gubbins back up, because that's Racer Brown as well with the Mars. I know that. So, they're making their way around now. They're on their fast lap. I should be getting rather excited, but there's no sectors to tell you about until they cross that line, and I don't know the laps well enough to be able to say if that's a good sector or not. But Racer Brown and Homesick, quite close contact there. But I believe Homesick having a lot of faith in the speed of Racer Brown, knowing that he will not stuff his lap up if he follows him a little bit closely. Although Racer Brown having a wiggle on there, coming out of turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. Next down the road is Supermanny, the South African. Did very well last week. Thought the win was on for Supermanny, but it just wasn't quite there. And who's that off the track? That is Racer Brown. He's lulling them all into a false sense of security. No sandbagging now. Come on, Racer Brown. Kale out there, he's fourth on track. Rizla, the roller. I'll roll those rollers all day long. Beautiful stuff. I'm digging the Stag on the side. And he's got full control of that car. The times are starting to drop. Supermanny fastest with a 47.3. No, Kale is the fastest with a 46.8. Kale on a flyer. Supermanny second fastest with a 47.3 so far. Homesick Alien third fastest at the moment with a 47.3. No, scrub that. He's fourth fastest because Guesty's got a 46.5 now. Unbelievable stuff. So Guesty provisional pole with Kale in second, Supermanny in third, Homesick Alien is fourth, Bunting is fifth, Rizla the roller is sixth fastest, and he's been doing some trash talk all week about being slow. Excuse me, Rizla the roller, how slow did you say you was? Don't think so. So Guesty, Kale in second, Supermanny third, Homesick Alien in fourth, Bunting gone fifth fastest so far with a 48.2, and Noxie in sixth, Rizla the roller is in seventh, I want to call him Rizzo, and then GT Racer is in eighth with Jim in ninth place. Pat has done a time fast enough for 10th, then 11th we've got Trivs GG, and Racer Brown we saw off the track, so he is the slowest at the moment. I don't often get to say that. Talleyrand saying, and I'm also here. Hey Talleyrand, how's it going, birds? Are you building a helicopter or fixing a rotor? So Guesty is our fastest man so far on track. Can he survive on provisional pole for 4.5 minutes? Homesick Alien has set another time, and he went to third, but Supermanny just knocked him down to fourth, and Kale goes faster again, but not fastest enough to take that pole position. Racer Brown goes fifth fastest so far on his second flying lap. You see Rizla Roller, Rizzo just about to cross the line. He does not go much any quicker. And Noxie as well was just following him. Or was it Guesty? I'm not sure. Jim goes faster and puts himself up into 7th place ahead of Noxie. And I can see Pat there. Pat's gone faster as well. Pat has gone 10th fastest. No. Rizzo has just gone, no, GT Racer, I think, has just gone 9th fastest, that's it. And Noxie has put in a time worthy of 7th spot, just behind iBunting and ahead of the gym. And Talleyrand saying, I cleaned a mug today, don't know why I bother going in. Hey! Brilliant stuff, I love it. I feel like that about my job sometimes. Trivs just going 6th fastest with a 47.947. He's 1.3 seconds off a pole and 6/10 off of Racer Brown's time. And Racer Brown, he's got a long way to go before he gets back to the finish line. I'm trying to find the first person to fit across. I think it's going to be Homesick, isn't it? Here he goes, Homesick riding those curbs. I watched a YouTube video today how to drive this track, and they do say you've got to ride those curbs in that chicane. Pretend that corner doesn't exist. So Homesick doesn't go any faster, but Super Manny does, edging away from the Alien. 2/10 faster than him, still 3/10 adrift of Kale. And who was that? Racer Brown has gone up into 3rd place now with a 46.715. He's 800ths off of Kale's time and 2/10 ahead of Super Manny on this provisional grid. iBunting goes faster and he's only half a second behind Homesick Alien, but only 2/10 ahead of Trivs. Jimbo has gone faster in 9th place. He's 8,000ths off of Noxie's time. That is tight. And GT Racer in 10th, or 3/10 behind those guys. Super. So Guesty is the man at the moment who is holding all the cards, all the aces in the deck. As he makes his way around, but it was Super Manny last week that got the pole, I believe. He's not going to do it this lap. 3/10 off, but it's early doors. Someone's way off the road. As he lets them all go through. And this could be the one for Guesty. Catalunya could be his pole. I can't see any other purples out there at the moment. I haven't seen any sector times, to tell you the truth. Whoa, and Kale having a little slide on through that corner, a little wiggle, heading down to the final corner to come around and hit that finish line. Yes! So Kale bangs it on pole, 6/10 faster than Guesty. Unbelievable stuff, Jeff. But Guesty is following him around. The fuel is dropping off, and that is why they're managing to make a big leap in their times. Oh, Guesty's getting a good pull from Rizzler the Roller, who's just set another time. But Guesty did not go faster. Where is the Roller? He's down there in 10th spot, just ahead of GT Racer, and only just under 2/10 behind the gym. So, welcome to the club, Rizzo. Pleased to have you aboard. As always, we love our South African brothers. And this is it, the time has run out now. These are all their final laps. If someone wants to take that pole off of Kale, this will be the time to do it. How's Guesty doing? Is there a sector nearby? Oh, just a couple of corners away. We can hang about. We can hang a boot for it to see how he did in that first sector. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. No, he's not going to do it this lap. So it's Homesick who's going to cross the line first, I believe. No, maybe not. Who's going to cross the line first? Hang on about. I'll find. Oh, I was on it. I was on it there. It's Super Manny. He's going to cross the line to finish qualifying. His qualifying, that is. 1:39. It could be a good lap. I'm not sure. Beautiful as he goes around that corner. No, he doesn't beat it. Nor does the next one. So far Kale is looking good for this pole. Homesick Alien's just crossing the line. He does not beat his time either. Racer Brown also crossing the line, doesn't beat his time, and it's looking very good for Kale at the moment. High bunting, that's where my money was, wasn't it? I put my little bet on. And Rizlo goes faster. High bunting does not. Where did Rizla? Rizla stays in 10th though. Pulls himself a little closer to the Jim. No. Jim goes faster. Jim goes extraordinarily faster. He goes up to 6th place on his final lap. Well done, Jim. Did he do that at Brands? No. He was early pole on Brands, wasn't he? And then messed up his final lap. So everyone's done their run, I believe. And now we're just waiting for that timer to run out. Why are we waiting for the timer to run out if everyone's done their run? That makes no sense. Oh, there we go, because Guesty's still on it. He's not on a run though, he's just ghosted. And he crosses the line. And that is your qualifying, ladies and gents. Wasn't it cracking? With Kale sitting on pole and Guesty alongside. It's a long run to that first corner. They're going to pick up a lot of pace. Heading towards it, heavy onto the brakes. And who will be into the first corner first? We've got 60 minutes of racing. I didn't tell you any of the facts. It's 60-minute races. That's why it's an endurance league. And they have to use all 4 tyres. Hards, mediums, softs and super softs. This seems to be taking a long time. It's getting me worried now. What the frig? Oh, is that everyone or just me? Wow. That was a bit upsetting. I will see if I can get back in there quick as I can. And hopefully it was just me and they're cracking on. I can't see them. I can't see them like captain, so I don't know. It might have been everyone. Eek. We can have a look in here quickly, see what's what. See what the crack is in this little room. Just to freak them out a little bit, and then I'll nip back to see what's going on. Pat, all out. That's all right then. Ah, nice one, Jim. Jim broke that by going too fast. So let's have a little looky in here for 2 seconds before we crack on back out. There is the Sky in a Hyundai and Rido in his Hyundai. Hello, guys. Very nice. And then, oh, I can't get out. How? Why can't I get out? Shoot. I think I've made an error, boys. I'm stuck in here. There you go. Oh dear. So in the chat they're all saying all disconnected. Rizla Roller, all DC. Pat saying that was a nice race. Jim saying sorry. Jim saying thanks, homesick. Finally got a lap together. And Skyjack saying, what are you doing in my room? Sorry, I'm out. I'm out now. I was seeing if I could crash your room as well as the other room. I'm crashing back. La 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 bamba. La 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 bamba. That's a Spanish song, isn't it? So, as you all look at my Mitzi in its Rizla livery. I don't actually even know why I'm in the Mitzi. I don't know what I did last in that. I must have done a daily. There must have been a Group 3 daily that I went in. No doubt it was a nightmare. No doubt I didn't do anything in it. But there you go. So they're all there again, and poor old Racer Brown has to try and remember that grid. If he rewinds YouTube a little bit and pauses it, that should be the money shot. Oh, something's not right. Can't get all the bits back. Oh, get them up. Get that up. Is there something wrong with my controller? It's not working. My X and... oh, this is scary. I'm not exiting. That's all on. If I press that, it gets rid of those, but I can't get that back. Oh no. Might have to race with the numbers on, because I'm having struggles getting rid of the numbers. Right, let's have a look at someone who's on track. Now if I press F1, and if I press circle, that should get the things back up, but it's not working. That's weird. And if I press X, it brings me out of it. And that never used to happen either. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. We might have to do it with the big numbers on. That is horrible. I hate the numbers. They annoy me. What can I do? Let me have a look. What can I do? Hey up, I've got the bottom ones on, using the keypad, but I can't have both. I've got to flick between the two. That's bobbins. Why can't I just have everything? Okay. GG. I can change cameras. I can do all that, but I can't press circle and get my numbers on. So I've got to do it with that. Ugh. Or that. Bobbins. Okay. All right. That's weird. So what number? I've got to remember what they are. F10 gets the dashboard up, and F11 gets the. But then I can't see laps and times and stuff. Oh, it makes me so angry. That's not right, is it? Why is that happening? In the chat then we've got Flashman saying sounding good as ever thingy. Thank you very much, Flashman, that's very kind of you. Pat saying I'll be in 2 secs, just getting a new helmet, but I thought it was on purpose, Pat. And then Flashman saying, is that the wrong button, mate? It is. How many drinks are you taking for the amount of times he's pressing the buttons? A can, a whole can. He's down in the whole thing, and I'm going to need more beer, mate. Pat, mate. Oh, I'm really annoyed. Why has it done that to me? Oh, I've got to learn new buttons, boys and girls. We've got to transfer between either the dashboards, yum yum, so we can check tire deg and such what. I can't even speak. I can't even chat. Oh no, it just comes out. Eek. Right, give me 1 second here. I've already done this, but we'll do it again to see if that's anything to do with anything. I have altered. I've turned off getting notifications. I like all of it on, but it's not going to happen, is it? It's just not going to happen for me, and I can't chat. Can't do anything with my settings at all. Succubus. Big, huge, Corey, hairy ball sacks. So, the number's gone anyway, or is that just because he's spinning? No, numbers are still there. So, I've got to get rid of those. Oh, makes me so angry. I've got to remember F10 and F11 as long as all the numbers and the J's and I don't do replays anymore because it blows up. Heavens above. There's going to be lots of wrong buttons tonight, Flashman, so be careful. Pat saying yes it was, I had a change of mind. And Pat saying at least I have an excuse then if the race goes down the pan. Don't blame me. So there, was that the Kale on pole? Oh, it loathes me to get rid of those. And then we'll have the positions and the map for now. And we're watching Kale on pole up against Guesty again into that first corner. Racer Brown and Superman the row behind, and it's green lights, and there's a lot of wheel spin from Kale, and Guesty takes an early lead. They're all bunched up in the mid pack. Oh my god. So Guesty leading the way. We saw Kale getting a lot of wheel spin off the line. Is Kale going to try and sling it up the inside there? No, Guesty's got a clean run into the first corner, cracking stuff with Kale in second, but on his outside, Racer Brown. Kale's got a wiggle on in the middle of the corner. Kale's got a wiggle on. He looks like he got in a Homesick Alien's way, and Supermanny is making a move up into third spot with Kale now in fourth. Trivs is in fifth, and Homesick has dropped to sixth. Oh my word, and Jim's having a go. Jim's having a go at the inside of the Alien. The Alien's on the outside and he's spun. Oh my word. It's gone from worse to worse for the Alien, down in 12th position as he gets himself back up together again. And Kale is Guesty, excuse me, Guesty's off the road with Racer Brown now going up the inside of him. And Racer Brown is now leading the race. Amazing stuff, but Guesty coming back strong. And he's back into the lead now, ahead of Racer Brown, with Supermanny in third place. Trivs up into fourth, but he's hanging it out wide, giving Kale an opportunity to have a look at him. Then we have a Noxie in sixth, with iBunting and Jim side by side going through the corner. Jim's got the inside. You see Rizzler the Roller having a wiggle on there, with Pat in 10th. And then 11th for GT Racer, and Homesick Alien has got a huge job to do. He's got Everest. I don't know any Spanish mountains, so we'll go with Everest. Racer Brown then in second place. He's having to defend from Supermanny, who's got Kale right up his jacksie. Let's have a look from Kale's point of view as we head down the straight to complete lap 1, start lap 2 of many laps here for an hour's racing. Unbelievable. I can't get all that info up. That's so GTSport in it. That's just what you'd expect from it. So there we see a little wiggle on from the two South Africans chasing each other. And let's have a look then. Guesty's leading the way, 1.6 seconds ahead of Racer Brown, with Supermanny in third place. Kale having a very close look in his Hyundai at Supermanny. Trivs is in fifth place, doing a cracking job there, just ahead of Noxie, who's ahead of Jim in seventh. iBunting 8th place. Rizzler the Roller is in 9th, ahead of Pat in 10th. Pat holding strong ahead of the Alien. The Alien's already got past GT Racer, and something must have happened to GT Racer, because he was not that far back. So the back two spread out quite nicely at the moment. And Mama Homesick saying, come on Homesick. And Guesty leads the way. Come on Guesty, you can do this. And Racer Brown, the tactical genius out there, seems to do well with his tyres and his fuel consumption. And we can press that button there to see how the fuel consumption is doing on Racer Brown. He's just nearly coming up to a quarter of a tank. As Guesty's losing the back end. Guesty, but he's gathered her up. He's gathered her up nicely. And then we're back looking 1 second ahead of Racer Brown. That will help Racer Brown out a hell of a lot to try and catch up that purple Hyundai. Then Supermanny holding on to third place with Kale in fourth. Trivs is still holding on to that fifth, with Noxie in sixth. And there's a battle here between Jim and iBunting and Jim and Noxie, all three of them, and nearly bumper to bumper, dancing cheek to cheek. And Jim is seventh ahead of iBunting. iBunting sitting right on Jim's bumper. He's having a look of the inside on board with iBunting as they heavily brake around the long. It's a hairpin in it, really. If it comes back on itself, it's a hairpin. Glug 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 glug. I forgot what button I'm pressing. G. GG. So Guesty, he's only 7/10 now ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown closing in on the Hyundai. There is a Racer Brown, with Supermanny holding on to that third, doing a cracking little job ahead of Kale. Kale was pole, don't forget, got a lot of wheel spin, and dropped that down to a fifth. I think he's pulled it back a little bit. There is a Trivs. GG in fifth place. He's 2.2 seconds behind Kale, and only less than a second ahead of the Noxie. The Noxie, he's flicking around a bit. There's a bit of lag going on out there, with Jim in seventh place and iBunting in eighth. Rizzler the Roller 9th. He's not far behind iBunting. Let's have a look from his point of view. Beautiful stuff. Let's have a look at his helmet. Oh, nice. It's a nice blend of red and black with some stripes on it. I like it. So Rizzo in 9th spot. He's a second ahead of Pat at the moment as he hunts himself. Oh, you don't get all their lap times at the side. I can't read all their lap times. Oh, gutted. Do you not even get that with the dashboard view? No. Come on, GTSport, pull your shit together. No Man's Sky gives us an update every 3 months that makes the game immaculate, and you guys can't even get the basics right. Polybaloney digital. So Guesty there leading the way by 6/10. Racer Brown closing in on Guesty though. He fancies the lead of this race in these early doors. We're on lap 4 at the moment. We've done 50, well, we've got 53 minutes and a half left. So we've done just under 7 minutes. Kale is in third. Why would that be? Was he in third? Yes, sorry. Kale third. No, Supermanny was in third. So Kale has got himself ahead of Supermanny somewhere along the way. Oh, I'm all disheveled with this silly graphics thing. Trivs is holding on to that 5th and Noxie very close. Jim still in 7th, Vibe Bunting in 8th, but Rizzler the Roller has got a lot closer to them two ahead of him, and he looks like he is ready to pounce. How is all his shenanigans doing? His racing hards are doing very well, and he's just got just over half a tank of fuel, and he's doing beautifully at the moment. If we look at iBunting, similar fuel, and Jim also similar fuel. Pat in 10th, he's only 1.8 seconds behind the Rizzler, and Homesick has pulled up some time, and he's coming back to this race. And GT Racer managing, has he come in to do a pit stop? That might be why he's further back. He's put his super softs on, and I can't see the bloody time, so I can't tell you when he pitted, but sometime in the last 4 laps GT Racer pitted, and he's put the super softs on, so he is on a push now to try and catch up the rest of the pack. Meanwhile, Guesty still leading the way from a Racer Brown, and Kale is within a second of those guys as well. Mrs. Guesty saying, "You got this, Guesty, come on." She's making you promises tonight, bro. You get a win, you get a special gift. So many rude things going through my head, and I stopped all of them. I didn't say a single one of them, so congratulations to me. So Guesty is leading the way, half a second ahead of a Racer Brown, and Guesty, the special gift goes to Racer Brown if you don't win. So, you know, you better stay ahead, because I think they call that cuckold. And Kale in 3rd place with Supermanny in 4th. Supermanny starting to slip back. Trivs in 5th with Noxie in 6th. Noxie's pulled away from the Jim. Bunting and Rizzler the Roller are dicing. They're dicing out there for that 7th position. Guesty's come in. He's got a sudden urge to win this race somehow. And now Racer Brown takes over the lead with Kale chasing him down. And there's only half a second between those two, with Supermanny in 3rd place, Trivs in 4th, Noxie in 5th. And Jim is in 6th. He's dropped iBunting, and it looks like Rizzler Roller is going for the move up the inside of the first corner, and he makes it stick. So Rizzler the Roller gains a position, gains 2 with the pit stop of Guesty. Oh no, Bunting's got it wrong a little bit. iBunting 8th place with Pat there in. He's a little too far back to get anything from that. And Homesick Alien catching up Pat very closely. He hasn't changed tyres, has he? No. Homesick still on those racing hards, with Guesty coming out in front of GT Racer on mediums. He's gone for the medium tyre, and he is some 18 seconds behind Homesick Alien. Interesting stuff. Did he fuel up as well? Let's have a look. He did. He topped up with fuel. Did the Guesty. And Racer Brown leads on lap 6. We've just gone over the 10-minute mark so far in this race, and it looks like Kale is looking to make a move. Let's get on board with the Kale and get rid of that and have a look at... Ooh! Tenacious move by Kale there, up the inside around the fast part of the track, but now Racer Brown's got the inside line and retakes the lead. Oh, it's tight. How can you fit 2 cars through there, you two? And there goes Kale. Kale into the pits now to change his boots. He's covering off, and so does Supermanny come in. So they're both covering off Guesty and also Trivs. So Noxie moves up into second place, Jim into third, but these guys have not pitted. Racer Brown first, Noxie second, Jim third, Pat's up into fourth. Homesick Alien is caught up Pat, he's going for the inside move there, and he makes it, he does it. So Homesick Alien up into, no, is Pat going to come back up the inside? Ooh, it's all tight, but now Homesick has got the inside line, and that should be, no, yeah, easy, and maybe Pat's tenacious, he's not giving up that position, he's battling with every inch of that car, and he's back up ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien tucked in behind. Guesty moves up to fifth with that early pit stop at GT Racer up into seventh. Let's have a look what these guys have put on then. Kale has gone for the racing medium tyres. Supermanny has gone for the super softs. Trivs has gone for the mediums also. Arizla the roller has gone for the medium tyres, and that's the field. So Racer Brown out there, 8-second lead on Noxie. Jim's caught up Noxie again. We saw Noxie pulled away from Jim a little bit, and now Jim back up with Noxie. I can't believe I can't see their lap times. That screwed it, hasn't it? It really has. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it works again. Superb. So we're back in business now. And there you can see the lap times, great stuff. So Racer Brown at 49.9, his last time around on those racing hard tyres, with Noxie in second place. He managed a 49, and they're just crossing the line so we can see the new times. 47.2 for Racer Brown. Noxie crossing the line, doing a 50. That might be how Jim caught him up. Jim in the 48s. So Jim doing a super consistent time. Pat is still holding back the Alien, so Pat doing a cracking job there, a 48.9 and a 49.8, but Homesick Alien coming at him again. Is he going to be able to do it this time? He's not taking any schnizzle, is the Homesick, and they're battling side by side through these first sections of corners, and there you go, Homesick Alien sticks one on Pat and he gets it up ahead. Superb racing with Pat in fifth, but Pat's going to try and come back up the inside, but he's just not up enough with Homesick Alien. So there goes Homesick Alien into fourth place, but he's not pitted yet. None of these top five have pitted. You've got to look back to sixth place is Guesty on those medium tyres. In the chat we have Mrs. Guesty saying, you got this. Oh, I read that one. And Flashman saying, happy days. What? Oh, what with the numbers coming back? I know, I'm so relieved. Guesty's got the fastest lap also. I had a celebratory Elvis juice for that one. I'm going to have to turn the lights on. It's getting dark in here already. Whew. So, what's going on? Racer Brown is leading the way. He has not pitted yet. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel left. His hard tyres simply not looking that worn, but he's decided that's it. He's worried about the guys who have pitted going faster. Noxie, he's more than likely the top 4-5 probably will pop in. Here comes the FedEx van. It's in to get new boots, and Jim stays out. Jim fancies the lead. So Jimbo staying out there for another lap. Homesick Alien also staying out with the Pat going up into third place. Can Guesty get the jump on these pitters? Racer Brown and Noxie both in the pits, and Guesty is showing he's ahead. And Supermanny managing it as well. There they are. They're only just in the boxes. So Guesty, he's gone past the pit lane, so he's jumped him. He was ahead of him anyway, wasn't he, really? But yeah, Guesty up into fourth, Supermanny in fifth, Racer Brown re-entering the track in sixth place, ahead of Kale. Interesting stuff. So, and Racer Brown has gone for the medium tyres also. GT Racer up into eighth with those super softs, but they're looking pretty torn up, especially the front left is not looking happy at all. I would say that's quite an angry tyre. Tribs in ninth, ahead of Rizla the roller, and Noxie coming out of the pits in 11th place on the soft tyre. So he means business now for this next stint, whilst Jim leads in this glorious Hyundai. Samsung Sky sponsored beautiful machine, making his way around. Pat's got ahead of Homesick Alien somehow. Interesting. Homesick Alien and Pat, that battle continues on, and Pat giving it some large ones here at Catalunya, and Homesick Alien are struggling somewhat. He's probably lost touch with the mothership. It's out of range, and he's not getting the directions from the great big head in the sky. So Pat in second place, crosses the line with a 49.3, and Homesick doing a 51 that last time around. These guys still not pitting. Jim, he's opted not to pit. They're going to run their tanks right out, and Guesty will be in the lead of this race. GT Race has gone back in. Those super softs are done. They're cooked. They're finished. So Supermanny in 5th place. He's 2.7 seconds behind Guesty, 2.6 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. He went for the super softs also. He's got the fastest lap of the race at the moment to 45.638. And Racer Brown is giving chase with Kale just behind him also. Tribs is just ahead of Rizzler the Roller, and there's Noxie. Noxie's caught them up on those soft tyres. He's in amongst the South Africans, mixing it up with Rizzler the Roller and Tribs, and fighting hard. But Rizzler the Roller on those medium tyres, and Tribs is on the mediums also. So Noxie, oh, Noxie's dropped behind him again. Oh, it looked like Rizzler the Roller having a big one, having a wide on as he comes out of the corner. Awesome stuff. Jim still leading. Beautiful stuff, but that fuel tank is almost done. He's going to have to sling it into the pits on this time around, and he's got some 13.5 seconds on Jim. Not Jim, on Guesty, sorry. Who was he racing? Noxie, wasn't it? He was behind Noxie. He was 32 seconds behind him. So Jim is into the pits. Homesick also, and Pat also. So Guesty will retake the lead of this race. It's looking very good for Guesty at the moment. That promise is urging him on from the lovely Mrs. Guesty. So Guesty leading the way from Supermanny in second spot. Racer Brown down into third, but Guesty and Racer Brown going for the medium tyres, where Supermanny has gone for the super softs. He's still got a bit of life in those bad boys yet, and he's trying to catch up Guesty as we make our way around here for round 3 of the GT3 World Endurance Series. Korean's best in the Hyundais. So all 7 championships. I can try and find it to tell you how it's going to be, how it's going to go. Let me find it. Oof. So I thought there was a list of what they were all going to be. Yes. So this first series is Korean's best with the Hyundai Genesis Group 3 cars. Well, they're all going to be Group 3 cars. It'll be redundant. You keep saying Group 3, unless I have a thing about saying Group 3s. And Supermanny edging ever closer to Guesty. He fancies the lead of this race before he has to pit. In the second series, when I don't know when they come, that's going to be the best of Japan in the Toyotas. The third series is going to be best of the Italian Mafioso in the Ferraris. The fourth series is going to be best of German engineering in the Porsches. In the fifth series will be the best of France in the Renaults. Sixth series will be the best of British in the Aston Martins. And the seventh series will be the American muscle in a Ford Mustang, where men are men and gays are not allowed. No, I don't have that thought. That's America. They're backwards. So there you see, Supermanny has made the move on Guesty. He's on those super softs though. And how long can they last for him? Guesty sticking to the back of Supermanny at the moment. And Racer Brown into third. Kale still chasing him around, with a Noxie in fifth. Oh, Noxie did really well, didn't he? He's jumped a few. Rizzler the Roller in 6th. Trivs in 7th, Jimbo in 8th, Pat in 9th. These pit stops have really mixed it all up. Pat put the softs on to go out. Homesick Alien's gone for the medium tyre, and GT Racer had to make a second stop because he used his super softs up. He's gone for the mediums, and probably for a nice long stint in the middle there. We've done 21.5 minutes of racing so far, and it's been spectacular. And number 7 car, Super Manny, is leading the way, but his super softs are starting to look a little drained. He's done a 46.0 and a 46.7 his last 2 laps. Guesty managing mid 47s on those mediums. Racer Brown, he's in the 46s on his mediums. This is what he does, you see. He just sits in the middle of the pack, but he does immense lap times, and then when everyone pits, he comes out first. Kale can't stay with him, but he's done a 45.9. That's not counting as a good lap though for some reason. Oh, because he's done a 45.9 already. And that's not the fastest lap of the race, but that's on medium. So imagine when Kale puts some actual fast tyres on, what sort of lap times he's going to be doing. And up there, it looks like there's a 3-way battle for the lead, with Super Manny taking that inside line, and Guesty in 2nd, and Racer Brown in 3rd. Awesome stuff, awesome as they go through the first corner. Let's get on board. Oh no! It looks like Racer Brown is really looking closely at the back of Guesty's car, and he fancies it. He's got the fastest lap on the medium tyres at 45.5. And that's got to be the toe that's helped to do that. I'll have a little sip of my warm beverage because it's probably not so warm now after 10 minutes of qualifying and 23 minutes of racing. It's not so bad. He's got Willow Springs on the back of his car as Guesty. I'm trying to work out the tracks. Racer Brown, can you get a bit closer to Guesty for us? Just drive a little bit closer so I can have a look at the back of his car. Oh, Racer Brown hanging that car out onto the dirt. Right, yeah, he's got Willow Springs on the back of that, but I don't know what reference that is, if any. But this is Catalunya. Maybe they're sistered, you know, like when you drive into like a town and it says it's sistered with the French. Maybe Catalunya is sistered with Willow Springs or something. And there you go, Racer Brown trying to floor it, trying to keep up with Guesty in his purple Hyundai. And Kale, he's doing fast lap times, but he's not staying with them top 3 at the moment. Noxie is in 5th. He's done a cracking job getting in the pits and getting some softs on, and he's run away from Rizzler the Roller, who's in 6th place, 2.6 seconds ahead of the Trivs. The Trivs' mediums not looking too happy, and Jimbo on his softs is right there on board with Jim as he makes a move up the inside of Trivs. Back out the car again so we can see all the action, and boom, there you go. It looks like Jimbo has landed that one. Cracking move from Jim to grab 7th place from Trivs in 8th. Pat's in 9th. Homesick Alien on those medium tyres. He's not having a fun time. He's managed a 47.1 here at Catalunya, with GT Racer out there on his medium tyres waiting for them all to pit because he is out of sequence at the moment. But Super Manny is the man that leads, and Racer Brown having another look at Guesty. If we do that and do that, we can see Racer Brown through our rear window. He's looking one way, he's looking another, he's trying all he might to get past the Guestmeister. But Guesty has got his number and making it very difficult for car 86, is it, to get by. Sweet racing there from Guesty and Racer Brown, but Racer Brown now, he should get the toe, and he's making the move up the inside, and this is it. Racer Brown pulling off the move of the race, and he's ahead of Guesty. It looks like Guesty's just watching tonight. Racer Brown's going to get busy. And Supermanny leading the way, 1 second, but his tyres are done, his fuel is done, he's done. He's got to come in. He's going to be into the pits at the end of this lap with Racer Brown and Guesty continuing their battle. But Guesty's out of fuel as well. He was one of the early pit stops. And Racer Brown still got a quarter of a tank of fuel on that car. And then Kale is in 4th. And he's got a quarter of a tank of fuel as well. Where's Kale's buddy gone? What was he called? Elevator or something like that? I can't remember now. But he used to always race with Kale. I haven't seen him around for a while. There's Noxie having a cracking little race. Is Noxie. He's some 12 seconds ahead of Jim. Ooh, Jim. He's ahead of Rizzler the Roller. We've lost Trivs. Trivs has dropped back here. Trivs must have had an issue. He's dropped behind Pat. And Pat's having a race and a half, isn't he, old Pat? Crack-a-lacking. What helmet did he change to? He's gone back to Hamilton, and look at the luck it's brought him. Let's all line up and rub Pat's helmet because it brings you luck. Ooh, sliding around that corner. Beautiful, Pat. Trivs in 9th. Homesick Alien is in 10th spot. He's not used to that. He's not used to that 0 behind the 1. And there you go. Supermanny has come in and has Guesty. So Racer Brown continues on. But it'll only be a couple of laps and he will have to pit also in his JB helmet, his Jensen Button helmet. And there is a Noxie moving up into 2nd. Noxie could be in for a shout here. Hey, I haven't seen iBunting for a while. Is he gone? Did we have 12 people and iBunting's disappeared? Or I'm just being totally spaced out? Yeah, totally lost iBunting. Oh, iBunting. Is that because I put money on you? Buggering hell, that's 50p I'm never going to see again. So Racer Brown leading the way. There's a few of them coming to the pits, and Noxie stayed out there in 2nd place with Jim in 3rd. Jim having a quiet but clever race at the moment. And he's got Pat following him around up into 4th. Homesick Alien. These are all out of sequence to the rest of the pitters. Here comes Supermanny back onto the pits just ahead of Kale. He has gone for the racing medium tyres. Kale's gone for the softs. Guesty's gone for the softs. And it's cracking stuff. We're nearly halfway through this race. And on the 3rd compound already. GT Racer on those mediums moves ahead of his fellow South Africans. With Trivs behind Rizzler the Roller. Rizzler the Roller already out on track with the soft tyres on, and Trivs has gone for the super softs. Awesome stuff. And Racer Brown now, he's out of fuel. Noxie, he's got loads of fuel. He can stay out for a bit longer. Jim's got loads of fuel. Shed loads of fuel. So Racer Brown comes in, whilst Noxie, he's some 14 seconds behind the Racer Brown, but it should be enough to get him ahead. And he's got a quarter of a tank of fuel, and FedEx are getting it done today. And Jim and Pat are in a right battle at the moment. Both of them are on those racing soft tyres, so they've still got the mediums and the super softs to go. And Racer Brown, he's going to have to put the softs on or the super softs. I believe he'll probably go for the softs. Homesick Alien moving up into 4th place on those mediums. He's got half a tank of fuel. He's been doing some clever fuel saving, I think, because he's doing very good. Just ahead of Racer Brown, and now Racer Brown's gone for the super softs. He's going for some hammer time. He's going brown time, we'll call it. Doesn't sound the same, does it? But oh, what's this race we've got here? We've got Kale, Supermanny and Guesty all in a tight-knit battle. Oh, that was terrible view. There you go. Sitting on board with Guesty on those soft tyres. He's lost a bit of time to Kale and Supermanny in the pits. And Skyjack has jumped in. A bit late to race. Probably just got sick of my voice. This is Skyjack, and can't be bothered with my voice, so he's watching the race himself. And oh, Guesty's looking to get a move on. the inside of Super Manny, but he can't quite get it stuck in there. And Super Manny staying ahead. Oh, it's going to be tight stuff. So Guesty did fill up with fuel. I mean, there must have been some fuel strategies going on here for Guesty to drop behind these two. So Guesty is nearly a full tank. Super Manny is nearly a full tank. And Kale is nearly Skyjacker. Not been listening, but lols. So Noxie leading the way, 13.1 seconds ahead of the Jim, who's still in that battle with Pat. Pat having the race of his life at the moment. He's laying it down. He went up against the Alien, he beat him, and now he's going up against Jim. Racer Brown in 4th spot. What happened to Guesty? Guesty would have been up there with these guys, but he seems to have lost a play. Oh yeah, when Racer Brown's managed to get past the Alien, but I think the Alien is doing some super fuel saving out there. With Racer Brown now chasing the lead. Well, he's net lead after the guy's pit, so he's doing a super job. And Homesick Alien in 5th, Kale in 5th. He somehow got past Super Manny and Guesty. Super Manny just holding off the Guestmeister. The Guesty all over the back of Super Manny. He's looking this way, he's looking that way. He's trying to sell a dummy to Super Manny. He's going this way. Super, what's that say? Super Manny. Oh, that's his numbers. 100 and 300. I think it's his social security number or his PIN number. So if you get hold of his card, it's 100357. Ooh, hoo, hoo. So Guesty, oh, and Super Manny having a bit of a wiggle on there. I don't know if there was a little contact there between him and Guesty, but Guesty coming back strong at Super Manny. He's trying some, and it looks like what's happened here. Oh, Kale's caught up the Alien, but the Alien we think is playing a very strategical game at the moment, with making that fuel tank last a long time. So Noxie into the pits with Jim coming around in 2nd. His tyres are cooked, but he's staying out another lap with Pat coming in. His fuel's cooked, and Jim, he wants to lead again, but those racing softs are looking very painful indeed. Racer Brown in 2nd place, Kale in 3rd, with Homesick Alien in 4th spot. Guesty into 5th. He's got himself past Super Manny. He's on the racing soft, so, and Super Manny on the mediums in 6th place. And Noxie coming back out the pits in 7th spot with medium tyres, and Pat still in the pits. Is Rizzler the Roller gonna manage to jump Pat in the pits? He's on softs. He pitted a couple of laps ago. And it looks like Pat's just been released by his pit crew, but Rizzler the Roller, he's on the way, and Pat's onto the track now behind Rizzler the Roller, just ahead of Tribs. Tribs is fighting a GT Racer out the back there, and GT Racer, he's out of fuel already. He's on a different strategy to the rest of the gang. Jim, though, he's been caught up by Racer Brown, and he wants to do the rest of the pack a favour and try and hold up a Racer Brown as much as possible. But Racer Brown, he's got loads of meat on those tyres. He's got loads of fuel, he can burn it. But no, Jim being awkward on the inside there, making it difficult for Racer Brown. But Racer Brown's got the inside line now, and Racer Brown makes the move. He also got the fastest lap that last time around with a 44.317. That is ridiculous lap time. So Racer Brown leading in his Hyundai ahead of the pack. Jim into the pits. I was going to say in 2nd. That was handy. Oh no, my iPad just went. Hang on a minute, I'll get that back up because I need it. I miss your talks, I miss your chats. So Racer Brown leading, and Skyjacker's gone. He's got better things to do. So Kale in 2nd place, with Super Manny moving up into 3rd, Guesty in 4th, Noxie in 5th. Noxie's had a right cracker of a race. Homesick Alien with that big long fuel save strategy. He's come in to change tyres. Jim also in. We saw he was leading. And Pat Pat is now moving ahead of those guys in 7th place on his new medium tyres. Behind Rizzler the Roller, who's in 6th place behind Noxie. So, interesting racing going on out there at the moment. Trivs are moving up into... Oh no, Jim's come out of the pits just ahead of Trivs. And Homesick Alien there in 10th behind the Trivs. So, interesting stuff. GT Racer, we saw his fuel was low and he has gone in also. So, here we go. We've got 23.5 minutes left of this race. Racer Brown, he's used his hards, his mediums, and now his super softs. He's leading by 3.3 seconds from Kale. Kale has not used the super softs yet. And he is trying to keep up with Racer Brown, and this is going to be very interesting. They'll be on different tyre compounds on their next stint, with Super Manny going mediums. He went for super softs, so he has still got the soft option to go. Guesty in 4th. He's done hard, medium, soft, so he's still got the super softs to go, and he'll be doing some absolutely corking laps with those. Did he pit last time round then? No, because he hasn't got an out lap. He did a 52 on his last lap. He lost a bit of time on that last lap, unless that's wrong. No, 52.5, but a 47.2 that time around. He's only 4 seconds behind Super Manny, with Noxie having a glorious battle there. In the top 5 for Noxie. Great, Guesty and Noxie close to each other on the track. Both purple cars, both end with a Y. Doesn't make it too difficult for me. Rizzler the Roller in 6th place. Here, let's have some F12s. Whoosh! Yeah, that's a cool helmet. So, Rizzler the Roller having a great debut at the moment in 6th place. He's 3 seconds ahead of Pat. Pat on those medium tyres, 5 seconds ahead of the Jim on the mediums. And here we see Trivs and Homesick going side by side into the first corner. But Trivs' tyres are old. Them old super softs. He's not got the grip that he would like, and Homesick Alien, he's got some fresh softs on. Oh, Trivs doing the wall of death around the back there, but he survives and he does a cracking job. GT Racer in 11th spot. He's put some soft tyres on. He's out of sequence, so he's got to wait for the rest of them to pit to come back to him. And Racer Brown not too far behind him, but his super softs are wearing fast. But his fuel is okay. Kale, similar fuel, a little less wear, but he's nearly 4 seconds behind Racer Brown now. They're both 10 seconds ahead of Super Manny on his medium tyres, but he's pulled away from Guesty now. And Guesty, he's trying to look after those softs, but you can see that front left is getting a little bit worn. Oh, there is chat. God almighty. Right, we're 39 minutes into this race. Noxie in 5th. Rizzler the Roller is in 6th. Let's get some whooshes on. And Pat. Ew, Rizzler the Roller's out wide. He's got a wiggle on. He's pushing hard that Hyundai at the moment, and Pat's closing in on him. Pat only a second behind now. And there we can see Jim and Homesick. Homesick's on a push. After all that fuel saving, and now is the time. He's decided. He got past Trivs. Now he's going to be having a look at the Jim. Let's get on board with the Alien. He's got an awesome Jack Villeneuve replica helmet. He's going for the outside. We've got to get out there. He can't make that stick. He's nearly doing it. And my word. Homesick Alien holding the outside line with Jim, and he's just edged ahead of Jim, putting a lot of trust in Jim there. If that was Hamilton, he wouldn't trust him. But Homesick Alien getting past the Jim. Awesome stuff. Jim's on mediums though, isn't he? Yeah, Jim's on the medium tyres, where Homesick Alien is on the racing soft. And we're having a crack-a-lacking race at the moment here for round 3 of the GT3 World Endurance Series. Your Tuesday night live racing here at the Virtual Racers Club. We welcome you. You are welcome. So Racer Brown leading the way. 4.1 seconds he's got on his nearest competitor. I think Cal being second in the table. I will double check that for you, because I can just speak rubbish sometimes, straight off the cuff, and it doesn't really mean it. Yes, Cal, he's on 34 points, and Racer Brown's on 43 points. Then you've got Guesty on 30 points, and Supermanny on 29 points. So Guesty and Supermanny, that's a big deal, them being third and fourth, because Guesty wants to be ahead of Supermanny for the points. And Guesty, you can see his tyres are starting to hurt, but he did his fastest lap last time around. And I remember Guesty can drive on some old tyres. He loves it. He loves it. The slipperier, slidier, the better for Guesty. But Racer Brown looks like he's catching up. A GT racer there, whom is in 11th, but he's out of sequence. He's been pitting different times to these guys, trying something different, and it's not quite paying off for him at the moment. Boom. Have a look at his helmet. Beautiful. So Racer Brown leading the way from Kale in second, Supermanny in third, with Guesty in fourth place, Noxie in fifth, but Noxie will have to pit at the end of this lap. He is out of fuel. So Noxie very tight on fuel there. He's 20 seconds ahead of Rizzler the Roller, which isn't quite a pit stop. Rizzler the Roller, he's doing okay, but Pat's only a second behind him, and Homesick Alien's catching the pair of them up. He did a 46.1 his last time around, with Pat doing a 48.5 and Rizzler the Roller doing a 49.1. So Homesick Alien is on the move in the later parts of this race. Jim trying to eke those mediums out for as long as possible, so he only has one stint on those super softs, I think he's got left to do, if I'm very much incorrect. Mama Homesick saying go 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 Homesick, and iBunting has left. I wonder if he was racing. So Noxie into the pits, and Jim moves up ahead of the Noxster. And can Trivs get there? He might not, but Trivs has got going. Wow, he stayed out. He's got no meat on those tyres whatsoever, but he's hanging it out for another lap. And Noxie is back out onto the track on the super softs, but Trivs does go past. But Trivs will be pitting on the next lap, or he'll be out of fuel. And GT Racer, he's a minute behind those guys. He's had a tough one. He's had a tough one, it has to be said. Catalunya is not his track, it seems. So Racer Brown 4.5 seconds ahead of Kale, but Racer Brown has used the super softs in this stint, where Kale opted to go for softs. He's come in. He's come in. The super softs will not last you 15 minutes, my friend. I'm sure they won't. Maybe they will. Possibly. I'm not sure. We've seen a lot of them really destroying those super softs this evening. But Kale fancies it. Fancies the last 15 minutes on the super softs. Racer Brown's fuel is flashing. Supermanny also coming in. And Guesty is sticking it out there for one more lap, while Supermanny comes in to get rid of those mediums, whilst Kale also gets rid of those. Rizzler the Roller up into 5th place. He's having a crack-a-lackin' race at the moment. A great debut from Rizzler the Roller. Old Rizzo back in town in the pace car. He's come in to get rid of those soft tyres. That means Homesick Alien will move up into a podium position. He's got plenty of fuel on, plenty of meat on his tyres, and he's ahead of the Pat. Oops, sorry. Flashman, get ready. That was the wrong button. So Pat on the medium tyres. He's behind Homesick now. Homesick on a real push. Jim on the medium tyres also. Noxie in 7th. Is he going to jump all of the South Africans? No, Supermanny is out. Ahead of Jim, sorry. No, behind Jim, ahead of Noxie. There you go. With Trivs just getting to his pit stop, and Rizzler the Roller, he's just topping up with a bit of fuel. And then he'll be off again. So Racer Brown, he's gonna have to pit. He's 22.5 seconds ahead of the Guesty, and Guesty's he's running on vapors as well. He's virtually turning that car into a hybrid, because it's running on hopes and dreams at the moment. rather than gasoline. So Racer Brown into the pits, and Guesty will be following him in. Kale's pitted that last lap, so he's gone for the oh yeah, we saw him do it. So because I said he wouldn't do it for 15 minutes for the rest of this race, and we will see. But on them super softs, full tank of fuel, Racer Brown into the pits. He's going to have to put the soft tyres on, and Guesty, he made it. Those hopes and dreams filled with something flammable. So, and Guesty gets to the pit lane with Kale. Kale's got to get a push on though if he wants to take the lead of this race, and it's quite possible. We've seen Kale do some interesting stuff in this league, this GT3 World Endurance Series, but no, I think that's Racer Brown in it, just leaving the pits ahead, and Racer Brown back onto the track with his racing softs on, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. That must be how much fuel you need to get to the end of this race, and that is going to be race on between these two, only 2 seconds apart, and Kale's on the faster tyre. Homesick Alien, he's still got to make a pit stop. Pat's starting to catch him up, and Homesick doing a 47.6 his last time around. Pat doing a 47.6 also, but Pat can stick it out well. Pat's tyres aren't as torn up as Homesick, but they both need the fuel to get to the end of the race. Jim, oh, if only he had a little bit more fuel, but I think he's still got one more compound to put on that car. Super Manny, he's been in, he's put the softs on, he's waiting for them 3 ahead of him to pit to go back up into a podium position. He's 6.5 seconds ahead of Guesty, and Noxie's caught Guesty up amazingly. So the battle between Noxie and Guesty is there. The battles of the purple. That is purple in that FedEx. I mean, it's kind of whitish purple, but it's purple. Or is that my telly? Do I need a new 4K HD telly, wifey? I think, because I'm not telling what colour it is. What colour do you think that is? Is that purple or white? It's white. See, I see purple, so I need a new 4K HD. I don't need glasses, I need a new TV. Big one. Huge one. The whole wall needs to be a TV. Let's take all them cupboards down, paint the wall white, and get a projector. So Racer Brown, a 4K projector. So Racer Brown leading the way. Homesick Alien comes in. He comes in for his final stop. Pat stays out. Jimbo stays out. He's got Super Manny. He's caught him up on those soft tyres. Super Manny on an absolute push. He's not even going to wait for the pit stops. He wants to make the move on track, but Jimbo is a hard man to pass. But Super Manny's got that inside line. He's later on the brakes, and he's up into 4th place. Jim there on the medium tyres. He's got plenty of fuel. It's going to be a splash-o dash for Jimbo at the end. And there we see Racer Brown on his softs, 1.7 seconds ahead of Kale. Kale got the fastest lap of the race last time around with a 44.294, and we have only got less than 11 minutes of this race to go. How exciting is this? This is a cracking little battle here at Barcelona, Catalunya. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, 'cause I'm all alone and the night is so long. And so Racer Brown leading the way. Oh, he's pulled a little time on Kale on that one though. Kale must be making a smallish mistake. Ooh, Kale will want that fastest lap though. That will help with this championship battle against Mr. Brown. And it looks like Mr. Brown is on for 3-4-3. 3 wins in 3. Unprecedented. But Kale will wish to put a stop to that. 1.6 seconds between them. Super Manny is holding on to the final podium position. Pat is going to come into the pits. His fuel is nearly depleted. And Jim's going for an early stop. I thought he was going to stay out there and try and just do a splash-o dash, and Guesty is up into 4th place. He's only 4.8 seconds behind Super Manny. He's on the super soft tyres. He did a 45.085. He's pulled away from Noxie. Noxie doing a 46.3 that last time around. Super Manny doing a 45.9. If Guesty can maintain that that time, he might be able to catch up. Our man Super Manny there. We will have to keep an eye on that. Noxie is there in 5th with Homesick Alien on those super softs, just ahead of Rizzler the Roller. And Rizzler the Roller also on the super softs. Homesick doing a 40. That was an outlap. So we'll see on this next one how Homesick does. Rizzler the Roller in 7th, a fantastic debut. Pat coming out of the pits in 8th ahead of Jim, but Jim on the super softs. No, they're both on the super softs. And this is just a straight battle on track between Jim and Pat for 8th and 9th. Trivs in 10th on those softs. I don't know what happened to Trivs. He was up there, wasn't he? He was battling them. He seemed to have lost something somewhere. And then GT Racer coming in for his final pit stop also. And Racer Brown crossing the line with a 44.9, but he's 2.9 seconds ahead of Kale. Kale doing a 46.1 his last time around. He should be doing 44s. Must have made a small mistake. Doesn't want to do that too much with only 8 minutes remaining in this race. Sorry, I just turn up the iPad every now and again just to make sure you guys can still hear me, because I don't think you'd notice if the mic busted. So Racer Brown 3 seconds ahead of Kale. It looks like it's definitely gonna happen. We're gonna have a 3 from 3 for Racer Brown. Super Manny holding on to that podium position. He did a 45.4 his last time around. Guesty doing a 45.3. So Guesty a little bit quicker than Super Manny, but he's going to have to go a lot quicker than Super Manny if he wants to get that podium position. Noxie 6 seconds behind those guys, but he's 18 seconds ahead of the Alien. He did a 46.7 his last time around, and I don't think there's any chance of the Alien catching him up at this point in the race, but he's edging away from Rizzler the Roller with a 46.0 and Rizzler the Roller 46.6, but he's going faster again. He fancies it. Car 27, which isn't that ironic? Isn't that Giles Villeneuve's old race number? And he's chasing Homesick Alien, who's wearing Jack Villeneuve's helmet. So you know, the world is a strange place. Pat is just less than a second ahead of Jim. Let's get on board with Jimbo, Big Jim, the Jimster, to watch him at work and set upon Pat in his lovely Castrol livery made by our very own Koi Carp. That's not a fish. We haven't got a fish. We haven't got a pet fish that made a livery. That's a user. That's the PSN name of one of the moderators in the Virtual Racers Club. I think we'll be seeing him on track soon as well. He did say he's itching to get back to the racing, so hopefully we'll see Koi Carp involved. I think he's doing the 1v1s, but I don't want to make any promises there. And Pat doing an absolute cracking job there in 8th place, keeping Jimbo at bay. Oh, what a dag. Just pressed the wrong button. Flashman, wrong button. So let me get the right button. There we go. So Racer Brown, 4.6 seconds. My word. Poor Kale, he can't live with the Brown. And he's still got that fastest lap though so far, so he gets some points for that at least. And Racer Brown absolutely annihilating it. We've got less than 5 minutes. We've been racing for 55 minutes. Would you Adam and Eve it? I'm sure I've upset at least 25% of some community somewhere with things I said. I know I made some sort of reference about gays, but that was because I was doing the gruff redneck American. That wasn't my opinion. That was a gruff redneck American, because I was talking about the Mustang. So Racer Brown out there leading the way. Rido saying good evening. Hello, Rido. We missed you tonight, big man. Would have loved to have seen on you. I know you've been being tutored. You've been Skyjacker's Padawan tonight, haven't you? Learning the ways of the Force. He'll just tell you to drive over all the curbs and spin. And Kale in that second place. It looks like them two places are tied up. Super Manny, he's lost a bit of time to Guesty. Guesty at 46.6 last time around. Super Manny 46.5. It's barely anything in it. He's 3 seconds ahead of the Guesty. Flashman saying it's a good job I bought a crate of lager tonight. I'm all fingers and thumbs. I blame it on Elvis's juice. Elvis juice by Brewdog. Give me some money, Brewdog. I keep mentioning you bloody stupid Scottish beer makers. It's nice though. It's grapefruit infused, whatever that means. I don't have taste buds. It just tastes like all the other Brewdogs to me. I reckon they have you on. I think it's the same thing in each can. They just put a different label on it. So Racer Brown is leading the way with 3 minutes remaining in this race. What's that? Around about 2 laps to go. We're on lap 32. And Racer Brown 6.8 seconds ahead of the Kale. Kale in second place. Rido saying looking good for next week. Good stuff. See Rido on the podium and next week. Fingers crossed. And Super Manny, ooh, it's 2.2 seconds ahead of Guesty. He did a 47.2 his last time around. Those soft tyres are looking rather used in the pace team for Super Manny. And Guesty's super softs not as worn, possibly, no, not as worn as Super Manny's. And could Guesty just snatch, just grab, oh, not driving out there, you can't grab a final podium, but we are running out of time with only 2 more minutes to go. We've got this lap and possibly the next lap. And Guesty, I'm afraid, is running out of time. Rido is saying, asking a bit much for a podium, but I take it. Yeah, bro. Hey, Ocon won a Formula 1 race, and I wouldn't have bet on that in a million years. So all you need is Bottas to start, take out half the field, and then you're on for a podium, bro. So Homesick Alien, well, he's had a good drive, hasn't he, as Homesick? You've got to say, he was dead last on the first lap. He's been sitting around 10th place. He did that long stint on the mediums in the middle, fuel saving, and then as soon as he put the stickier compounds on, he's absolutely trounced it and dragged himself up into 6th place. Cracking stuff from the Alien. Great damage limitation in the Hyundai. The mothership must have logged back in. The big head in the sky. More calling Orson. More coming Orson. Coming Orson. And Rizzler, the roller, he's just ahead of Pat. Pat's on a tear at the moment. He fancies that position. And Rizzler, his tyres are a little more worn than Pat's. Pat's on low on fuel, but we got 30 seconds left of this race. Racer Brown, he's got miles to go. It's all right. So Pat, he's looking for a position here on the final lap. Are these guys going to cross the line? I imagine so, easily. Whoa, he's out wide there. Jim in 9th place. Jim's been playing a different tactic today. Oh, Pat keeps driving like that. He's going to lose a position, not gain a position. Trivs in 10th. I don't know what happened to Trivs. He was in there, in the middle of the pack. We've got 3 seconds to go. So all of these guys, this will be their final laps. Look at Trivs' tyres. Poor tyres. They're absolutely shot. I think Trivs will be the first to finish in 11th. And there you got Racer Brown now coming around. So, how am I going to do this? Watch Trivs quickly cross the line. And Trivs finishing in 10th place. Cracking stuff there from Trivs. And 11th, no, that's not GT Racer. And Racer Brown takes the win. Super stuff. Kale coming around for second spot, and he's still got that fastest lap, so congratulations, Kale. Super Manny, oh, it's close. He's just a second ahead of Guesty. Guesty giving it his all, but Guesty's run out of fuel. I think Guesty's run out of fuel. Oh, I don't know what Guesty was up to there, but Super Manny is grabbing that third place. And take a boo, my son. Well done, Super Manny. Guesty is out of fuel. How much distance has he got on Noxie? Noxie's coming around. Oh my word, it's tight stuff. I think Noxie might get that fourth. He does. So Noxie comes around. Oh my, pain for Guesty. Noxie finishing in fourth. Guesty just crawling across the line for fifth place. Homesick Alien. His fuel's low as well. He's bringing it around in sixth. And like I said, a great drive from the back there from the Alien. Rizzler the Roller, he's trying to battle off Pat. It's all over. He's in it. Whoa! Rizzler the Roller 7th, Pat 8th, and Jim in 9th. Trivs already finishing in 10th, 11th for GT Racer. And that was round 3 of the GT3 World Endurance Series. Well done, Mr. Brown. 3 from 3. Awesome stuff. Cracking racing there by the guys. Let me take you to the race results, because Skyjacker likes to use that as his way of doing the tables. So there you go. Racer Brown takes the win for the 3rd time in this series. And Kale in second spot. Gave it a good shot, gave it a good go, but just couldn't get Racer Brown's pace there at the end. Super Manny, a fantastic podium position from him. I think he got last week as well. Noxie, 4th. I bet he wasn't expecting that, but Guesty just burnt his fuel out just way too early in that lap. And Noxie managing to just whiz past to grab 4th place. Guesty finishing in 5th with Homesick Alien in 6th. Rizzler the Roller, a debut here at the Virtual Racers Club, having an absolute cracking race and finishing in 7th spot. Pat finishing in 8th, right up Rizzler's Jaxie as well. That was a battle and a half. And Jim in 9th, Trivs GG finishing in 10th, and GT Racer finishing in 11th. Kale got pole, didn't he? And he got the fastest lap, so that's going to help with the points. And in the chat we've got Pat saying, great racing, finally enjoyed these cars. Took 3 races though, eh Pat? And Mama Homesick saying, well done Homesick. Awesome stuff. So that was GT3 World Endurance Series round 3. Join us, excuse me, next Tuesday, where we will be racing at, I can tell you, a Red Bull Ring for round 4. Awesome stuff. Rizzler the Roller saying, thanks guys, lovely race, cracking stuff, good debut man, good debut. The only way is up, Rizzler. Really enjoyed it. I'm glad. Awesome. So did I, man. So did I. I thought it was great. So, yes, round 4 next Tuesday at the Red Bull Ring. And who will reign supreme at the energy drinks track? We will see. Then, before that, we've got Thursday night, the Vision Championship. I'm trying to find the information. Look, I'm not that quick on these things. Vision VGT series. So yes, this Thursday, sorry, we'll be at Tokyo EOL. What's that? Eastern Outer Line for the Mazdas. Not had a huge sign up for that, so if you guys want to, any of you guys taking part in this want to sign up for it, we would be muchly appreciated that. To have ourselves a lovely field of racers in the chat, finishing at the back but looking good. Yes, Trivs, awesome stuff. You like the livery? I did like the livery, I loved it. That's Rizzler the Roller saying you like the livery. I don't know if he's talking to me or just the world, but yeah, I liked it, if my opinion counts. Trivs saying finishing at the back but looking good. You were, Trivs, you did look stunning. Pat saying 2 races, didn't do or topless, couldn't keep on the road at Brands. Ah, there you go. So it didn't take long. And Rizla Roller 1916 lol. What was that? 19 and 16. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. And then yes, so Thursday for the Visions, the Mazda Vision. That is going to be interesting. Them cars are meant to sound amazing. I haven't heard them yet. I haven't had a go in one or anything. Then on Friday, wow, so much racing, so much racing. The Friday we've got the Group 4 World Series. Loads of spaces on that as well if you wish to sign up at Cinquoix B in the it's a random draw. You'll either be in a Bugatti, a Citroën, a Peugeot or a Renault. It's the French car's turn. So Friday night, that will be some interesting racing. And then on Sunday evening, we see round 2 of the Red Bull Juniors at Brands Hatch GP, which they've got room as well if you want to sign up. Got room in loads. I don't know what's happening to everyone. Get racing, people. What's the matter with you? Sign up. So that is it. That was me. That was the Tuesday night fun stuff for you. I don't know what happened to iBunting. We lost him somewhere along the way. And I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Neil and Blomey. Thank you for watching. Peace and love. Peace and love.